Hi guys, thanks for joining the video. This is my instruction on how to improve your handwriting, basically. Yeah, it's for everyone who's kind of grown up with bad handwriting and never managed to get it into something that they like or that's legible. You know, people that are told, oh, it's scrappy, it looks rough, and then you try and do some exercises, and it doesn't really work. Try to do some exercises, they're okay, but then when you go back to writing, it hasn't worked. It hasn't stuck into your kind of muscle memory or anything like that. So, well, this is my first video. Yeah, so I might as well I'll just crack straight into it. So, yeah, it's a typical A4 lined pad. There's found pretty much in every other shop in the UK. It's just 8mm lined paper. Sort of good to know something a little bit about the paper and the sizes and things. Obviously, it's got a margin. It's good to work with a ruler and pencil and pens. I'm just going to use a basic biro because everyone's got one of those. So if we look over here, I've got this margins. Sorry, if you look at this margin, it's 30mm, and these rulers are 30mm as well. So something you can easily do is just put a margin over on the right here. Just means you're not going to be writing too far over into this section. You're not going to be wondering where to finish words and things. So just in terms of the basics about the paper, each line is 8mm. So that height's 8mm. One of the things I'm going to work on is using guidelines, which is something that will always help to put your writing right, basically. So your guideline is always going to be 4mm to start with. So basically, halfway. You can kind of eyeball it, but we'll just do it 4mm for now. So vaguely see on camera just there. So that's the section I'm working here. So you should sort of understand that the different sections of each letter. So obviously I've marked off the midway point here. So that's for your lowercase. That's your what are called minuscules. So you do something like this. So what you can see is I've done the lowercase letters, and I've done them all using the 4mm guideline. So the ideal way to do the capitals would be just to run a 1mm line just below the baseline. So yeah, the fundamentals of this is this is your baseline. The page line is the baseline. The guideline is in the middle, and then you've got your top line. So I'm just going to do the capitals. So yeah, so that top line just shows you that the capitals don't always go to the very top of the space. They don't go all the way to the 8mm, they go to the 7. Yeah, the other question is about the risers, the risers of the lowercase. You'd want to go to there as well. You'd want to go to that 7mm point. You don't go all the way to the top necessarily. So I'll just form a word using this guideline that's set up here. So I'll just write the word handwriting, so capital H, and using the guideline here. So yeah, that's the. As you'll find, this kind of exercise is just it's going to do a lot to really straighten up your writing and help you get the sizes. You know, if you've got rough writing, this will be a really good way just to get started. Another good exercise for this is, you know, obviously these letters are basically well formed, but you know, a good practice for this would be to do a double height practice. So our letters are going to be over both lines now. So this is going to be our guideline. This will be our baseline guideline, and then I'll put a top line here. We don't have to go all the way to the top. So I'm just going to top line. Again, I'm just going to mark this a bit clearer. This is our baseline. So our capital goes up to our top line, and then our minuscules come use the guideline. I'll do a capital here anyway. I've got the G, that's a descender. So we'll just go down one line as well. So it's happening over three areas. I'll just make that clear in a minute. So we do the capital, it's 50% of this space, which will be just below there. And then yeah, minuscule. So yeah, what I was saying, you've got three sections of the letter, or of the letters in general. So you've got actually section 1 here, section 2, section 3. So as you can see, yeah, section 1 is for your capitals and your ascenders. Section 2 is for your minuscules, pretty much all the letters. Yeah, all the letters have got something in section 2. That's your guideline, the baseline. And then below the baseline, you've got your descender, like the G, the J, the F, and that sort of thing. So yeah, it's just an easy way to practice, just using these three evenly spaced sections. And yeah, you can just start. You don't have to draw anything. You can just literally just start. You can just take a pen and just start writing out. Just start with the alphabet, you know. This would be the place to start. Just go through all the alphabet like this. This is really just an exercise. It's not really handwriting per se. It's, you know, you're just helping to ingrain the letters into your mind, you know, and muscle memory. And doing it nice and large like this helps to just better form the letters. I name it on there. I'm not concentrating on it. O, P, Q, which is the lowercase p, Q. So yeah, that's the idea. I did these a bit small for some reason. I should have gone all the way to the top of the line. But this is basically too large. You know, the proportions are not always double, but it's a good exercise because you don't have to draw anything. Your proportions are normally going to be more like this. Just it's a bit less than double. It's 1.9, something like that. So it's all right. Doesn't matter. Yeah, that's just something you can just repeat and do. Just do that once a week or something, just to refresh yourself about sizing letters and looking at their forms. Well, I just got lesson 1 for today, so just sort of create a little title. So I'm going to do some double heights. I'm just going to create a little top line here. I'm going to create a baseline. Got a guideline in the middle there. That baseline is on the line, so I'm just going to letter this out. So something like this. Well, thanks for watching the first video. Thanks for sticking with me. Yeah, stay tuned for lesson 2. Thank you.